Las Vegas is ranking high in another real estate statistic, one that they refer to as accidental landlords. Now, what is an accidental landlord? Kind of like what it sounds like. It's people that never planned on being landlords. So not only did they not buy the home as an investment property in order to become landlords, but they also didn't vacate the home with the thought of, okay, I'm going to buy another home and turn this into a rental property. It's people that actually had their home listed and it didn't sell, and they weren't willing to take a beating on the price, which is one of the things that is holding the prices so stable in a market like ours today, right? Supply demand has definitely shifted to where there are more listings than there are buyers, but the reason that the prices haven't dropped like they normally would in a typical supply demand situation is because people are in low rates and they're willing to hold on to the homes and potentially put a renter in there. So normally, since this has been tracked, it's been about 2.3% of people that turn their home into a rental property without having a previous plan of doing so. And that's been tracked for a little while. And right now, Vegas is at 3.2%. So in the top 10, but a bit lower than Denver, which is at 4.9%. So again, what's happening is these people are just holding onto their homes. Now, one thing that they should check with their accountant on is if they keep the home for a certain period of time, when does it no longer become eligible for the tax benefit that we normally get when we own a primary residence and it's appreciated. As a single person, you get a benefit of $250,000 in appreciation, and a married couple up to $500,000. And it's the basis of the home plus improvements you put in it as to what that equity number is. So hypothetically, if somebody had, say, $100,000 potential to write off in equity, and then they made it a rental property for too long, and let's say the market didn't go up that much, well, afterwards they may owe taxes on it. And if they were at the higher end of capital gains at say 20% and the 4.2% Medicare kicker, they could be subject to $24,000. Now, how much of the rent does that offset? So all things that every potential landlord should be taking into consideration when they're making the choice of becoming a landlord or actually selling the home, even if it's a little bit below what they wanted. However, again, I do understand that people don't want to take a bath on their homes. I'm very pro looking at all sides, and I think for a lot of people, renting their home out for a certain period of time is a very, very good idea instead of selling it for under what they would have wanted for it. We know that when rates go down, we already have more population. The math isn't mathing, as I've mentioned in the past, and there is going to be a need for homes at a very high level. So it's just a matter of when everything settles down and that becomes the reality. Some people are saying sometime this year. Some people are saying it might not be till 2027 or even 2028. That's yet to be seen, and that is your Daily Deal. We'll see you tomorrow.